Hey folks, welcome back to the Jurassic World Evolution free campaign playthrough. We're going to Kauai on Hawaii. Beautiful piece of rhyming there. So a very Jurassic-esque location. This is the second location you head to in the Jurassic World Evolution free campaign. Obviously, like with the first part, hopefully the audio is fixed now. But we are going to narrate back over the footage I've already gathered, talk about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and some of the gameplay mechanics. Fair warning, a lot of this is going to be familiar to Jurassic World Evolution 2. What I will say is I love the very Jurassic Park-esque arrival to the island we get here before we hear from Ian Malcolm in a moment.
Well, I've been to a tropical island harboring so-called groundbreaking research before, and I felt this same mix of sheer wonder and utter dread back then, too. I'm more, optimistic about what I'll find this time around, but still, if I may, a word of advice: build more places to hide than you think you need.
Malcolm's dialogue is brilliant, and we've got a little hint at sexual dimorphism there with the Parasaurolophus.
Aloha, Hawaii!
Aloha!
This is not a vacation, Mr. Finch. We are here to support pioneering research on dinosaur breeding. And to that end, I'm pleased to introduce you all to Dr. Luis Baldera, a leading paleoecologist. Dr. Baldera, the room is yours.
Hey, good to meet you all. Truth be told, I wasn't expecting help so soon. Kira seemed pretty insistent that it has to be now, though, so I'm definitely gonna make the most of it.
Well, we're all dying to see how this works out. Well, hopefully not.
Gorgeous use of waterfalls in
literally
this map.
die.
They look absolutely beautiful.
Dr. Baldera has done quite well on his own, but many minds make light research. We'll need a control center so that we can hire scientists for the project.
I'm so happy to have Dr. Dewar back as well. I'm really glad that Frontier have kept that relationship with the voice actress, and we've got her back for the third time now. Same with Cabot, same with some of the other characters you'll see recurring later in this particular part of the campaign. It's just really nice continuity. I actually think those characters were the best part of Evolution 1, so it's been really nice to see them kind of stay with the franchise throughout.
We should hook that building up to the path network, too. Science by candlelight is great for atmosphere, but less great for productivity. Let's get a generator down and power that building.
Scientists have a variety of skills, but researching male synthesis will require experience in genetics. Please hire whomever you think can do the job.
So again, the scientist system returns just like in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Some people will enjoy that, some people will be frustrated by it. I'm not a huge fan of having to use the scientists, but it is what it is. It is a gameplay mechanic that Frontier have created, and it is one of those things that's recurring throughout the game.
Is a thing.
Now, a great reference to Parthenogenesis by Dr. Baldera there, but also what I wanted to touch on is here you can see I'm placing the Jurassic Park era Science Centre, and I think it's really cool that a lot of the buildings that were in JWE2 have been redesigned for this game, so they haven't ported the assets straight into this game. They really have gone back to them and worked with them and refined them, and a lot of the new designs for them look really fantastic, so that was a pleasant surprise as I was playing through this game, is a lot of the variety in terms of the structures and their appearance. So you can see while we're researching the male dinosaur synthesis, we'll take a look around. We've got some Maiasaura in a paddock here. They'll come into play a little bit later, you'll see what I mean by that. But for now, the research is done. We can, of course, put it up to double speed, which helps, and that's what I've done here. So we have now got the initial portion of research done, and we've got to do the next bit. And again, this is very much the evolution gameplay you'll know.
Dr. Baldera, Do you truly believe that this breeding program will work?
I'm pretty sure it will. Dinosaurs breeding in the wild is rare, but I've observed common needs and behaviors. That's what we're building from.
So our research is completed and we can now hatch dinosaurs that are male or female, and you'll see in a few moments' time you make the change at the actual egg level in the incubator.
Material if we're going to actually synthesize a male. But finding an appropriate
You can see a lot of the scenery pieces, some of the blueprints. It all just looks really good here.
Thinkers. Now let's research a dig site with plenty of Maiasaura fossils.
Wonderful.
So here we go
There's
to the dig
surely no
site.
better choice to pioneer this research than a species whose name means good mother lizard.
Good mother lizard.
Well,
I didn't know that. There we
What better
go.
reason to bring a breathing, thinking being into a strange new world than a lovely, apt name.
Malcolm is the
We'll need an
comedic relief that
expedition
this
centre
game
to help
deserves.
with the basic
Like, he,
operations for the day.
every time
Let's
he says
construct
some
one
quippy
immediately.
one-liner, it makes me smile from ear to ear. So you can see again the different variations. I really love playing around with them. I honestly, at this moment in time, so this is obviously part 2 of the campaign, I've spent longer in sandbox mode than I have campaign, so I will be playing more campaign,
Expeditions
but
and me
for
go way
now,
back.
all
They're
about
a crucial
sandbox.
part of any site like this one, after all. See, we send teams out to dig sites where they collect fossils. Then we crack those
Not
fossils
sure what's
open
happening
and
to
scoop
Cabot's
out the
audio there, but there
genome,
we
which
go.
lets us create dinosaurs. That wasn't the most scientific explanation, but it gets the idea across, right?
So we're now off to get some fossils.
Fantastic. Our expedition is underway. Let's hope they bring back some great fossils, huh?
I'm wondering if that audio is because I've got it on the speedier mode.
Keeping an eye on dinosaur welfare is a full-time job, and I don't want your attention stretched thin. That's when trouble starts. The ranger teams can handle it, but they'll need to be assigned to ranger posts to guide their
So again,
patrol.
this is very much
Let's
an
build some
introductory
posts
sort
and
of
get
mode.
those rangers to
So
work.
if you've not played the Evolution franchise before,
Make
you're going to
sure
get a
ranger
sense for
posts
how the
cover
different
any
modes work.
dinosaurs that you want
But
your
really
rangers to
here
keep
with
an eye
Rangers,
on
if
during
you've
their
played Jurassic
patrols.
World Evolution 2, you know exactly what you're in for here.
Looking good.
So the whole idea
Now
is
just
it's
assign
different
ranger
ranger
teams to those
stations that
posts
people
and
can
you're
go
set.
to, or not people, that your rangers can go to keep an eye on the dinosaurs. You can see here, just looking at the different skins as well, all of the skins from the original game are back, including both the Malta and the Biosyn genetic skin, which I obviously decided to keep on my ranger vehicles at this point. So I've assigned people, we're all sorted.
Maiasaura are not the only animals that this client cares about. So, while we have some time, please ensure that the other dinosaurs here are comfortable.
You can see me looking at the Biosyn Jeep. I love that the aesthetics are in the game straight away. Obviously, Jurassic World Evolution 2, over a longer period of time, we slowly got more and more aesthetics. So you can make different looking parks. Whereas here you get it straight away. So to give you examples from Sandbox, the invisible fences are in the game straight away. The Hyperloop system is in the game straight away. So the possibilities you have to build your parks are infinitely more immediately out of the gate, which is really awesome. So you can see my brain here. I struggled for a moment to think about what I was meant to be doing. Clearly just getting overwhelmed by how absolutely beautiful this game is. But we got there in the end. We put some wetland down. And this is another thing I really like, is with this game, the dinosaur requirements in each different kind of type of dinosaur feel really distinctive. So I really enjoy that, because what it means is across a park, you have several areas that look really visually distinctive. And I think beforehand, where it was different types of foliage, you would get that to some extent. But here now, with the addition of wetland, with the addition of arids and barrens, you just get even more texture into each different enclosure, and so that really helps with the unique visual appeal. And I think that's the thing, is like when you go to a zoo, obviously your meerkats are going to be in a very different looking paddock to your penguins. And that's really what you get here with Evolution 3. So I do feel like Frontier have done a really nice job of improving the overall variety of these paddocks. You might be wondering what I'm doing. I'm just waiting at this point for my ranger to do the status check on the Gallimimus, so I can then jump in and do what I need to do for it. You can see still waiting for that data, but the Biosyn team are there, and now we can do it. And yeah, I really do enjoy how intuitive they've made building the enclosures. The ability to get the little red marker straight away to know what you need to place really helps to speed up the process and get your dinosaurs comfortable a lot quicker.
If they can't see the dinosaurs. Look, this isn't my area of expertise, but the math is simple enough.
Okay, so I remember what happened here when I was playing, and this is going to be an embarrassing couple of minutes. There's no doubt about it. You can see that my basic reading comprehension is about to fail, so I spent a lot of time putting a viewing gallery here, and then kind of wondering why I hadn't completed the objective. So you're going to notice there's two objectives, right? You got to ensure the Gallimimus are visible and ensure the Parasaurolophus are visible. My brain and my reading comprehension was not functioning at the time I was playing this, and I then proceeded to spend a very long time. You can see me trying to look through the window. I love how they do those three-dimensional kind of effects in the rooms. They're so cool. But I spent a lot of time wondering, why is it saying it's not visible enough? Do I need to put two viewing galleries next to each other? And you're about to see me try and do that. I am dying on the inside slightly as I watch this back. But you can see I'm like, there's still a blue box there. I've got to put more stuff down. And I'm like, okay, I can't place it there. I can't place it there. So what am I meant to do at this point? And then I'm like, oh, I've placed it too far. I need to move it. So I go in and I start moving it across. And I'm like, no, it definitely has to be there. So how am I going to fit two in here? And I'm really confused for a few moments. I think at the time, I was actually sat there thinking, do I need to email Frontier? And then I saw the box down here and I was just like, oh my God, I'm an idiot. So to those of you who enjoy my content, who have a lot of faith in me, maybe diminish the amount of faith you have in me slightly, because as that has just shown, I clearly don't know what I'm doing.
Hey, did our expedition team make it back all right? Did they find anything good?
So we've got the fossils
then
then.
to extract genetic information from the fossils they bring back. This is a task best done by scientists skilled in genetics.
I don't like talking over Dr. Jilla, because I'm excited she's back.
Information could still make us rich in petty cash. So don't be shy about selling things either.
Okay, so here again you can see the same kind of fossil system as we had before.
Can't breed dinosaurs without hatching a few eggs.
So this, again, these initial couple of missions, they're so familiar if you've played Jurassic World Evolution. And that is kind of the point, is it's easing new people in. But obviously, as we go through more of the campaign, I imagine we will then play with more and more tools that are different and distinctive. So I'm quite excited to see how we slowly go through that process.
Now we're purposefully unshackling them. Incredible.
If I may, I can only hope that all the consequences of this are being considered. I know they're not, of course, but, you know, I do love
Good old Malcolm.
We are considering every outcome in this research. Your concern is understandable, but unfounded.
Unfounded? Jeez, what a thing to say. My concern has a rock-solid foundation of experience. You know, I've seen profits put before science. I've seen rapid progress, and the excitement around that eclipse any caution. So, not unfounded.
It's so good to have Malcolm
Yes,
back.
I misspoke. Your experience is evident, but we are not Biosyn, Doctor. We are not InGen. Try to see this work with fresh eyes, optimistic eyes.
Well, I'm
I
very
love that. We're not
optimistic,
Biosyn,
so
we're not
let's keep on
InGen.
going.
So cool.
I'm never going to be a fan of more outgoing costs, but I'm pretty sure we're going to need scientists with skills in welfare to actually get incubation going.
So there you can see how
Okay,
the
let's
actual
incubate
egg
those
system
eggs.
works. So in the
Gotta love the
hatchery,
hatchery, right?
you can choose
Amazing
between
that
male and female
life
eggs.
literally
And it's a really
develops
cool
inside.
intuitive system. You set
hello
the
there. History.
skin and the
Repeating yourself, I
pattern
see.
for
Hey,
each
tell me,
gender
did
before
meddling
you
in
start
nature
hatching the
work out
eggs.
well the first
And then
time?
once you hatch the eggs, you can choose
right.
how many of each
Ready
gender
when you
you've
are.
got. So again, from the perspective of breeding
Dinosaurs
different
seem to
patterns and
sus.
things,
It
it
never
actually
gets
makes
any
it
less
easier because you
magical,
can
does
have
it?
2 patterns bred every
Those
time.
are
So if you want a lot of a specific pattern, so say for example the JP3 male and female velociraptors, you could breed like 2 of each time and
Dimorphism
quickly
in
build up the
prehistoric
population.
animals. And given how rare males are in the wild, I suspect we still have so
I
much
just
to
stubbed my
discover.
toe.
Yes, indeed. And this is just
This
the
is
start.
chaotic. I
So,
can't work
let's
out
get
where
those
to place
Maiasaura
galleries.
comfortable.
I have stubbed my toe. We're doing so good, guys. Okay, so here you can see the Maiasaurs are hatched.
Okay, now we need to check our Maiasaura's breeding potential and compatibility.
So I understand, you have ways of assessing their breeding capabilities, their fertility.
Oh,
Now,
yes.
I don't
There are
fully
chemical
understand
markers,
how
but
this works.
honestly, you can
because
tell
you can
everything
see
you need
they
just by
don't
observing the
particularly
dinosaurs
have a
closely.
colour. Like, I don't know if
Interesting.
the red ones are just they've got a
can
poor
you tell with
breeding chance of
humans,
breeding
too?
with them.
I'm in charge here, but do I?
But yeah,
actually have to answer
I
that?
haven't quite worked out
No.
how this
No,
works yet,
you
and
do
I've
not.
used this a little bit in sandbox mode as well. But yeah.
Now, eventually you do plan to have breeding in your breeding program, right?
Yes, yes, we do. But dinosaurs need an appropriate nest first. Replicating the natural conditions these animals need is what sets this research apart.
Aha! Artificially replicating nature. No doubt this will go completely according to plan, as it always
Oh,
does.
Malcolm. Okay, so it's not a large breeding area. You can see that's mainly used for carnivores. The medium one here is what we want. Don't know why I've clicked out of it. I guess I'm showing you the other things in the menu now, but there we go. But yeah, we want the medium breeding ground. You can see there's different ones you can place down. But we're going to go with the first
Conditions
one.
are right,
And
the
this,
dinosaurs are
so
happy.
this obviously is an introduction
Now all
to
we can
breeding.
do is
So
wait.
breeding, you get your male and
Hey,
female,
hope I didn't
make
miss
sure
the main
they're able
attraction.
to breed,
Oh,
and then you place down
hello.
a nest, you kind of
Are you
leave
with the
them
big one?
alone, and over time, as
no.
long as the
Where
nest
are my
meets the
manners?
requirements, so
I'm
some
Isaac
won't
Quinn.
want to be in the
Great
viewer
to meet
guests,
you.
for
I do a
example,
lot of work
your
with the
dinosaurs then will
entertainment
start
center.
breeding.
They are
And while I've been
very
talking there,
interested in
you'll
this
see we've
project
had
of
the
yours.
introduction of
Juveniles
Isaac
will
again,
be
so
huge crowds after
another
all,
character
so I
coming back from
have to
Jurassic
see this
World
for myself.
Evolution. So
But it's
we've
all
got
good.
the
I'll be
entertainment
patient.
division, we've got the
Hey,
science
patience.
division.
That's,
I
that's a
bet you
refreshing
can guess
thing to
who's
see.
going to make an
You know, if
appearance at the
only
end of this
those
episode
folks
as
that,
well.
preceded
We
you
get
had
a
waited
lot of
longer
returning
and
characters,
planned
which
more.
is so
They
awesome.
decided not to play with the genetic foundations of life with all the grace of a kid baking a cake for the first time. And by that I mean, you got to admire their ambition, but my God, the mess.
My God, the mess! I want to just clip that, and anytime I make a mess, just have that
See,
clip
you
play.
take care of the dinosaurs, and they do what comes naturally.
Wait, is this an opportunity for me to
I
go,
can't wait for
chat,
what comes
clip
next."
that?
This seems like a good chance to talk about contracts. They're jobs you can
So we
pick
knew
up on the
contracts
side
would
to
return
build your
as well.
reputation with the industry sectors. And bring in a little extra cash while you're at it. Here, let's get you started with one
Now, I don't quite know what I did, but I managed to glitch my way through here, not having to do a contract. I was like, oh, I don't really want to do any of them. Well, I picked the first one, then it didn't load. I got another contract prompt. I skipped it. And then suddenly, before you know it, my juvenile is hatching. So I was like, cool, we're sorted. I ended up sending the team out on an expedition anyway, but you can see the contract never actually triggered. So here we have our first juvenile.
LP. Juvenile dinosaurs created the old-fashioned way. How far they've come. No longer man-made assets that test the limits of what science can or should do, but animals.
So adorable.
Animals.
So
Wow,
adorable.
fascinating. So fascinating and possibly cataclysmic. I'm wildly curious to find out.
I love how even Malcolm
word.
seems optimistic
We
for a
actually
moment.
Did it. By recreating natural conditions, no less. This could be
Oh,
just
good old
the thing to give
Biosynergy
dinosaurs a
Gladiator, let's
foothold
rock and
in
roll.
Challenging environments.
Wow.
Just running people over.
I feel like I'm staring at history in the making, and it is adorable. I think we all need to share the news, but I bet people are going to want proof.
So again, all of the summon commands
Full
are back here
disclosure,
as well. So
I've
all of
already
the
named them
additional
Cabot
functionality
Jr., so
that
make sure
came
you
into
get the best
Evolution
side.
2 over its life
Let's be
cycle
honest.
is
That's
present
any
from
side,
the
right?
very beginning here.
What a photo! Oh, I'm printing out a copy of that one for my wallet. Oh, they grow up so fast.
You can see I had to try and go into capture mode with Cabot Jr. and just get a closer look at him. He is absolutely adorable.
Okay, we need to make sure that our guests have a good view of these little miracles, too.
Ah, yes, the three most important days
So
in any
cute.
life. The day you're born, the day you die, and the day the viewing gallery opens.
Matt, whoever wrote Malcolm's dialogue at Frontier deserves a raise. It's just so spot on to what his tone is.
We have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to...
There we go. So you can see, gotta get a couple of screenshots of the adorable little Cabot Jr. It's almost as if these are gonna potentially be the thumbnail for the episode, eh? Who would have thought that? You can see I wanted to test the different frames that are present here as well, and I was quite surprised there is nothing for Rebirth. So I think a lot of us are operating on the assumption that we're gonna get a Rebirth DLC that brings in El Saint Hubert. I think it's pretty likely given the fact that there is nothing from the new game in the base game. So I do find that very interesting to see. But, you know, capture tools as per usual, they are fantastic. I always really enjoy working with the capture tools. I think they give you just so many cool opportunities to get up close and personal to your dinosaurs and really see them in the park. You can see here I'm playing around, we're trying to get a nice angle for Cabot Jr. and his mother or father, and then we're done with capture mode. We're gonna do the next thing, which is our paleo medical facility. So again, paleo medical facility, something that you'll be familiar with, not a new feature by any stretch of the imagination, but something that is a kind of core component of the park management gameplay that's present in the Evolution franchise now. So something that is, again, added in here. You can see we need power. Always going to need power. And that is using the new free rotate tool, which is very nice. Makes it very easy to place things down. Now, what you want to do here is assign a mobile vet to your different capture areas. But I think in this case... I assign it straight to Cabot Jr. as well.
Immune system, I guess.
And you can see again we're playing
It's
at the
Cabot
sped up
Jr.
version, so we're going to be able to
We've
do
barely
this
had any
fairly
time
quickly.
together. You've got to do something, Doc.
It doesn't seem serious to my eyes, but it does need investigating.
I
We'll need a paleo medical facility to do
do
so.
love how we get a
You
different
can
side
choose
to
an
Cabot
MBU
here,
team and ride
and
alongside
see him
them.
actually
We'll give them a
worried
task
for
to
Cabot
diagnose
Jr.
whatever
That's
is
very
ailing
cute.
that juvenile. Let's find out what's wrong as soon as possible.
All right, well, we've done the scan. So, what's wrong with my prehistoric little ray of sunshine?
I want Cabot Finch to call me that. I'll be your prehistoric little ray of sunshine, Cabot. Don't you worry. So he has got Cryptosaurus, which is something we've seen in the other games as well. So again, a lot of the
As I
ailments will be
suspected, not a
familiar
pleasant
with
illness,
previous
but not
players.
untreatable either. Have your scientists research the cure, then use an MVU team to deliver that cure via DART.
Sounds like a plan. I just hope that Cabot Jr. is better with needles than I am.
Oh. I love how
Okay,
we get a
great.
separate
That's the
side
research
to
complete.
Cabot
Now,
here
let's
as
get
well.
that dinosaur
You can
cured.
see me being like, why
Assign
is
an
there a
MVU team
second
to a nearby
ranger
ranger
station
post
here? What have I done?
stat.
So
Patrolling
I think about
MVU
moving
teams
it,
will
and then I'm like,
automatically
okay,
scan and
I probably
diagnose
just
minor
need to delete
issues.
it.
Major issues? Well, those will call for a trip to a paleo-medical facility. You've done it! Huh. You know, I was worried there for a second, but Cabot Jr. is completely cured. Needless to say, thank you. Really, thank you for taking care of them.
It's so cute.
Wait a second. You're kidding. Is that Bob? Oh, how I have missed that.
I love
man.
this.
We worked together for years, Finch. My name is George, but Lambert's fine. Dr.
That is
Dewar
such a
told me
me
about
thing to
Den
do. Is that
and about the
Bob?
juveniles. She suggested the security sector should advise.
A perfect time for you to join us, Mr. Lambert. It seems that the situation at our Montana site has changed.
Uh-oh.
The velociraptors are moving closer.
Oh, the carnivores have noticed the human buffet that we've graciously set up for them. What a surprise.
Yes, well, we need to return there immediately and handle the situation.
Okay, folks, so that is it for this gameplay. We are heading back to Montana, so do join us for part 3, where we go to deal with the velociraptors. We'll see you very soon.